Welcome to the KuttingUp podcast. Your boy Will,
Big B.
and yeah, we back. Alright. You know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to the vacation. You gonna ask this?
You damn sure.
Didn't we say that? Didn't we say he was gonna ask this?
He's been difficult ever since he went back.
Right. More than usual. Hey man, we on here today, man. How y'all been?
Chilling, man. Cooling.
That's
I'm
good.
I'm good.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, we've been out for
Yeah.
a minute, huh?
Yeah, you went overseas and shit, right? Yeah, doing some wild shit. Anyway, wish I could do that.
I went to Georgia.
Oh yeah, you went to Georgia. That's right. You know what I'm saying? One of the best states there is.
Yeah.
National champions too. So go ahead. How was Georgia?
It was cool. It was doing. It rained, but it was cool.
Yeah,
it was cool.
yeah, that's
so
one
Georgia,
thing.
you can never go wrong.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
went down there for a wedding.
And I love weddings. I love wedding cake. But how was the wedding experience?
The wedding cake was great. The wedding experience, it was good. It let me know what to expect.
Right. I feel that.
What I ain't gonna go for. I learned a lot.
Speaking of, did you have a ceremony?
A ceremony?
Like a wedding ceremony?
No, we went to the courthouse.
Oh, courthouse.
Yeah.
What'd you do?
Same thing. Courthouse.
I
We
don't
still
know.
gonna have a I feel
That's
like
what they doing.
we still gonna have a ceremony. She wants to do one.
Yeah.
But she wants it to be crazy, and we didn't have the money.
Yeah.
How many years have you been married?
So 12 years.
Okay, what about you?
11.
Hey, I got it in. I learned a lot from y'all.
Clap it over that, yo.
You looking like that. You know?
Yeah, I mean, that shit ain't easy.
How long y'all been together?
1 year longer than that.
Oh, so
13.
okay. Remember, me and my wife been together for 15.
God damn.
Yeah.
He almost knocked the table over.
Yeah, 15 piece.
That's what's up.
Straight from McDonald's.
I'm gonna say, hey, so
Oh, you met her?
we never went through all of
Bro.
this. Where did everybody meet their spouse?
I met my spouse here in C school.
Okay, so in the military.
Yeah.
Military.
I met mine at a job. She was a waitress.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because listen, I know what she does now. I don't know what to put that out.
Yeah, that's what
So
I
I was like,
That's the way it's
yeah. Oh, like,
Been gangster.
you got some stories to tell, don't you? We
I'm
missing
defending him.
Nah, it ain't one of those. That's a scary.
I was like, wait a minute.
That's typical.
Oh,
So I got you off now. Time to
She
get
wasn't my
me.
waitress though.
Say,
Actually, she wasn't a waitress. She was the
hostess?
Yeah, the hostess.
Oh, and you saw her and then it was like, oh yeah, I gotta talk to her.
Yeah, I said I'm gonna say something to her.
Wait.
Actually, yeah, I did that. I got played almost by my waitress.
Oh.
It was one of those like I'm talking to. You remember my tattoo girl that used to hang out, KK?
Oh yeah, okay.
So we went out to eat after the tattoo party and talking shit on the way out. I was like, damn, I should have said something to her. So, just talking shit. So I said something to my waitress, like, yo, tell the hostess I said good night and have a good night or something. So I walk off to the car. By the time I get to the car, the waitress come yelling out. She said, come back and tell her yourself. I'm like, mother.
I
Leave it like that.
But
You take that walk.
I had to take that walk.
now you got to, she just tried.
Exactly. So I went back in there, so look, I go back in there. That part was cool. I was just more like, damn, I gotta go back in there.
Right.
But when I got in there, a family was waiting to check out, but so they knew what was going on. You know, older
Oh, so
family,
now they
thought it was cute and everything. You know what I'm saying? They all like, oh, here you go. You know,
Put you on the spot.
I was like, so I had to follow through there.
Yeah. Now it's suspected.
I'm shy. You can't do that.
Right.
Yeah, they almost blew my door.
That's gangster.
What about
So
you?
you meet
Yeah, well, you
military, same military.
Military?
Military.
Um,
I worked for her.
Ooh.
I'll never do it again. Well, not
you,
again.
you said you worked for her.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Did you get in trouble?
No, that's not what's up. That's not what's up.
I did get in trouble. But it was already too late. She was already pregnant off the ship when they caught us. When I got caught, it was I got away with the drugs for so long, and then I got in trouble.
No, it makes sense.
Yeah, you can't be doing that.
Yeah, because you're gonna give that special treatment.
You have to.
You're
You
gonna
in the military?
you're gonna give that person. that
And
special
you know what's
treatment.
crazy? And when you start slipping like that, the first motherfuckers to see it are the other coworkers.
Yeah.
Because they know the inner workings, so they can see, oh, special treatment. Even if you're not in special treatment, no matter what you do for that person, it's going to look like
so y'all got like a reputation of.
Okay, so the thing with us was, and I can say this now, most people retired and gone, my whole shop or workplace knew about us. So we was looked out for. Everybody knew. It wasn't like we was hiding it from them. Now outside of them, we had to. But from them, everybody knew. So it wasn't no problems for us.
Oh yeah, okay. No one played
There wasn't no problem. Nobody did no dirty shit, none of that shit. But now when she got pregnant and they found out, and it came back to the whole.
How did that happen?
We gotta really. I'm speaking military terms.
Right.
We got a really wild master chief.
Okay.
And he's one of the master chiefs that's them chiefs, if you know what I'm saying.
I know.
With the young sailors.
Gotcha.
So he keep them tab. Okay.
That mean he trying to fuck him.
And keep them on tab. I got a story to tell.
What do you mean you trying to fuck him?
He's trying to
Like he's trying to put his penis in.
Oh, I thought you meant fuck him like dude.
And it's almost like it's a new intern at our office.
And he's just trying to bring
And the regional manager, or not the regional, the office manager or whatever is trying to fuck. But everybody in that motherfucker work for him. You get what I'm saying? It's like that. It's not supposed to have frowned upon, but happens all the time. Anyway, well, anywho, he screens the loss list. It's called a loss when you lose a sailor praise. You don't get a spot back for that motherfucker.
Right.
For that woman who got pregnant, she's got to get off the boat because she's pregnant, but you don't get somebody to replace her. It's just a loss. So they have to monitor how many people they lose and shit like that. And he saw her name and knew who she was. So when it comes time, and I got the message, she was at the hospital. I'm on the boat, we out to sea. I got the message, you know, you're supposed to get flown off and all of that. I got the message, they was like, hey, we got a sailor on your boat, he's about to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. So I go to the office, I'm calling, all of that, getting everything ready. And then they was like, hey, the master chief want to see you when it's off. So I'm like, the fuck, this is weird. You know what I mean? Because I'm already got congratulated by everybody in my life. This is Air Department Master Chief, not V2 Master Chief, if you know what that means. But anyway, so
Air Department is the ship's master chief, and the V.
Right. Well, Air Department is
V2
the Air Department. It's one of the biggest.
Of the ship, but the V2, you said?
V2 is a division within the department.
Okay.
So your boss in your work center,
Don't have.
and then right, if you have,
That's why I can't
and
understand.
then your boss in the whole building, if that makes sense. Anyway, so
Like I got a perfect example. I'm sorry.
go ahead.
Twan over there, so he's like the boss, but you
Right over here.
this and over there.
So I was good with him.
Oh, we're 50-50.
Right. But if it was that way, if you were overall in charge, you were
Right.
So anyway, so I go down there, and he did me dirty, bro. He was like, I came in, he was like, it's really exciting to have a baby and all that, blah, 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 blah. So I'm getting comfortable. You know, this is
Right.
So I'm getting comfortable. I'm leaning on this computer. We just having a man-to-man conversation.
Right.
I'm just going to say congratulations, blah, blah, blah. And he switched it in the middle of the conversation. It was like, now the first thing I'm going to say is get your fucking hand off my computer. And I was like, And he was like, yeah. And he was like, stand at attention when I'm talking. I was like, okay. So now I'm at attention. Everybody in the office stopped typing. It's like everything stopped. And they all looking because they didn't know either.
Right.
He was like, he said her name before I married her. And he was like no, we wasn't married at that time. So he was like what you call it? You think I don't know who she is? And I'm like, Right? Because I ain't told nobody outside of that, so I'm thinking they snitched on me. But nah, he got the list, threw the list at me. And it was a list.
Threw it at you.
Physically threw it at me. I'm at attention. I can't
Dog.
No, that's
Military, man.
threw the list at me.
This whole
And
shit.
it hits me in the chest and falls on the ground.
Got nothing to do with y'all motherfuckers, man.
I'm gonna say something.
That's why I can't fuck with the
I'm gonna
military.
say something to you. They only do that because they can get away with it.
Yeah.
If it was not,
But it's no different than like when you work on a job and your boss is fucking with you because he.
No.
But if I wasn't already wrong, then this wouldn't be happening. He'd be fucked up.
But I don't even. Okay.
But I'm already in the wrong. You get what I'm saying?
Hold on, you were in the wrong
That's what I said.
at the time.
It doesn't matter. It don't matter when they
still
caught
don't
it.
treat me like that.
I'm still fucked.
No,
You still
you
don't
shouldn't
treat me like that.
If they can prove that I did it, I'm still fucked. There's no statute of limitations on fraternization. That shit could have happened a year ago. I'm still fucked. You know that.
So what was her rank? though?
She was an E4 at the time. I was an E3. But we was in the same work center. That was the problem.
That wasn't that bad though.
It wasn't. I've seen way worse.
Yeah,
but
yeah,
worse
I had
like
to.
what? Like
Officers and
yeah, motherfuckers
Me
just
too.
running people.
Yeah.
Hold on now, let's not go too far. You do it at your chest.
Oh,
Okay. Anyway, my bad. So this dude in the chest, he's like, "You think I don't know who the fuck she is?" Or whatever. So I know he's got me at this point. But from now on, I'm gonna just be quiet because I'm not gonna admit to anything, right? So he was like then he just starts yelling. He just, you know how much condoms cost? And I'm thinking that's just rhetorical. He gonna keep yelling. He stopped. I asked you a fucking question. Do you know how much condoms cost? And I didn't know how to answer it because I didn't. We wasn't even condoms. I was like, no, Master Chief, I don't know how much condoms cost. He's like, $1.69. And I was like, ain't enough. In my head, I ain't say that.
That's funny.
This motherfucker is so hilarious.
Right?
You can find the time to be funny at a time like this. I was listening to the show, and you find the time to be funny.
I had to because I was fucked either way. I was just praying that I didn't lose, that they didn't take. You know what I mean?
They can
this
take
him
That you was praying that you was take what? I don't know.
take my money, put me in my rank,
Yeah.
get me kicked out from
That's what
military.
I was trying to explain to you. What I was trying to explain to you, the difference between you as a civilian and you do something to your boss is, okay, yeah, you quit, you go find another job. In the Navy, they're gonna take your rank away, take money away, and put you on restriction.
So you can't leave.
So you can't leave.
You're not in military prison because that's a bridge.
Yeah.
But you
How
on a restriction.
How old were you at the time? I'm just curious.
Ooh, 20, 23, 24, 20 something, like 23, 24.
Damn, that was
So-
like 30 years ago.
So like, all right, good.
So anyway, long story short, he yells at me. He's like, you know how much kind of house? I know who the fuck you was fucking. You can't. He's like, you know how many people I lose because to sailors like you can't put their dick in their pants. Blah 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 blah. So remind you that I just left the V2 office thinking I'm about to get a helo to go see my child. Right, the hospital called and everything. I had to speak to my wife. I go back up to the V2 office. And before the time I walked back up there, he's already called. I didn't know he called at the time. I thought all he wanted to do was yell at me. But I get up there, and my LPO was like, "What's going on?" Like they said you can't leave. I was like, "I know that come from." And then I told her what happened because she already, once again, she already knows. She just never snitched on me. I told her what happened. She was like, "Yeah, you ain't know." So my wife hit me up like, "Where the fuck you at? Like, why the fuck aren't you coming?" And I told her, she knew. You know what I mean? She was in this shit with me. So I told her, and she was like, God. So nothing we could do.
So you think he was
You want to kill this man for not letting you see your baby?
Nah. Only reason was one, I was young, and it was important to see my child born. But I knew that had he did what he could have did, I wouldn't have been able to take care of that motherfucker.
Yeah.
So I was just more happy that all I got was my ass chewed.
Yeah.
And I didn't have everything taken away from me.
Right.
And that's it. And they could have went, if he really wanted to, he could have went after her too.
Yeah.
So we both could have lost our goddamn jobs.
Oh, so she was still in the military?
Yeah, she was still active duty at that time. She just wasn't on our command anymore, but that doesn't matter.
But in the same breath, he just got done pulling Seaman Jane in the corner,
Facts.
whispering in the ear, talking
And you know what's crazy?
mentoring.
While I'm getting cursed out, I know this.
Yeah.
It's not a fact of, I think he's doing,
Yeah.
I know there's
Yeah.
fucking E3 sucking his dick. Bro.
Yeah.
Which is worse than mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why you ain't say that? Why you be like, how you gonna talk to me and you got?
Because, okay, think of it like
Don't
this.
relax.
Think of it, motherfucker. Think of it like this. For one, there's other people in that office, right? So I'm snitching. But for two, even though they probably already know too. But for two, think of it like this. You go into court, and there's a decorated police officer, and it's he said, she said. Who you think coming out of there unscathed?
No.
I mean, just for the purpose of the.
If I start that argument,
I was just
Oh,
talking.
you mean
for
just
the
in person of the
purpose
argument?
treatment
But like I said, once again, I don't want to anger this motherfucker because he can take more from me than I can take from him.
I think if you would have said that, he would be like, so what time you want to leave?
I'm thinking that too. I'm thinking that too.
Because his shit was worse than yours.
Horrible.
Because
That's why you could have changed that whole argument. Like, first of all, fix your tone.
Hey.
I would have changed it around like I was the boss. Alright, like, I'm gonna stay in here, but you gonna fix your tone.
Now hold on. That's
I know what
dangerous
you
game with witnesses. If it's just me and you in there, then we can have that conversation.
Yeah.
I would have been like, well, look, can we have this one-on-one in there?
Yeah.
I would have let it
And I thought you privately messaged you.
And what probably would have happened, he probably still would have chewed you out.
Nah,
And he would have let me go.
He would have let you go.
He would have changed his whole shit. Like,
Yeah. No, he would have chewed him out still.
Or he would have been like, or if he was really cool, if he was the way I most of them niggas is, he would have been like, you need to move better than me.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my office.
Yeah.
Because you got caught, motherfucker. I did. You know what I mean? So,
Because
I just can't do
that
it.
Master Chief knows that
That's fucked up.
if you
That's fucked
know
up.
that, even if
I like that shit.
even they,
but it's not what you know, it's what you can fucking want to prove.
what I'm saying to you is he would get removed.
It's not what you know. It would be my word versus his. Unless I had somebody else come with me.
And I guarantee you probably was light in your division, and I'm pretty sure your division knew. And I'm guaranteeing
I'm
you.
not looking at the bigger picture.
Yeah, see,
I don't know. I mean, I can't go from there.
Hear me
Like,
out.
I was just speaking
A
on
sailor who just got caught with his wife having a baby and they both was on the boat. Now all of a sudden he wants to snitch on Master Chief. All of a sudden and Master Chief wasn't even gonna send you up. Now all of a sudden you gotta tell us how long you known about Master Chief. And now you feel compelled? Seems like it's a get back to me.
and that's
You
fine.
get what I'm saying?
That's fine. But tell me this: how many
I wasn't
times?
even trying to go that far.
Oh.
I was just for the sake of because he was talking crazy
Oh, you mean just a check?
to you in front of people.
Right.
We had to reverse this check. You know what I mean? Check me.
How many times has a female talking about?
That's different though. That's a female.
Nah, but what happens though? They get removed, right?
Facts.
So, and I'll guarantee you, because that command knows that, oh, you don't believe me? Okay, well, I'll take it up. They don't know, you probably wouldn't do that, but they can't gamble. They can't gamble that.
But that never works for men in the military. Not as
I
much
don't
as it
know,
do for
bro.
women.
I
You
don't
know
know,
that.
bro.
You
I don't
know it.
I don't know because I've never seen nobody get in trouble for that.
Hear me out. It's 5, when I first got to you probably didn't heard a story like this, right? And you'll be able to understand this. When we first got to the boat, a girl got fucking gangbanged, right?
Why would I understand that?
Hear me out. No, I'm saying ain't gonna be no military shit. It's just simple terms.
Okay.
A girl got gangbanged, right? So on camera, they filmed it. Everybody's active duty. They're all on the same boat. Some of them, a few of the dudes she did this with, work in the same place. She claims when it gets out, 'cause, you know, 5 motherfuckers, they all gonna snitch. They all gonna say something to their friends, who say something to their friend.
And she yelled rape.
She yelled rape. So they go to the JAG, and some of them, a few of them get their own private lawyers. The JAG is telling them, which is, man, I can't say that. The JAG is telling them, don't, cause they told him, hey, we got a fucking tape. He like, no, don't release that. The private lawyer comes in for the few that, you know, because they only interest in defending they guy, not the other guys. They was like, you got a what? He's like, yeah, we got a tape. Release the tape. Give them the tape. Because they're charging you with rape. You already fucked for fucking this motherfucker. So that's out the window. And a lot, 5 of y'all, somebody gonna snitch and say you did fuck. So you can't, that defense is out the fucking window. Release the tape. So they released the tape. And that shit was real consensual. There was no raping.
I was so stuck.
In fact,
it took me a minute
in fact,
to realize what the fuck you said.
in fact,
The way you
she looked like the aggressor.
It's all
I seen a clip. I didn't see the whole tape. Somebody filmed this shit because everybody was trying to, because they trying to, you know, get rid of these copies. She looked real aggressive, and this motherfucker, I was like, oh, this motherfucker is talented.
Is the tape still out?
I guess, I don't know.
It's on Pornhub.
Was it on iPhone?
No. It was on somebody's phone.
Was it an iPhone?
I guess.
Oh,
So how did you release it?
It's
No. Listen. Wait, how did they release it?
Yeah,
They gave it to the court.
Oh, I thought Facebook signed it.
No. This was going around the boat. What somebody did was they had filmed it on one of the friends' phones, and and was like, all right, to get copies, because they knew they was gonna get that phone and it wasn't going nowhere else.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the video I seen. I was like, oh no, and I didn't want to see no more. But the bit I did see, because it was active investigation. I'm like, good God, 5 dudes, 1 girl. But anyway, so shit like that's what I'm saying. That he said it got real serious until they said, oh no, we gotta take, motherfucker, stop that. But if a dude had said some shit like that, it wouldn't have been, to me, in my opinion, it wouldn't.
I agree. I mean,
They don't treat us like that.
So what happened to the girl?
She got moved.
She had.
That's it?
That's
She was
stairs
no
and
rank or nothing?
Now that I don't know because she was at a different command. Anytime something like that happens, they immediately move one of them motherfuckers.
No, they're gonna move the chick.
Most likely
It's
her.
gonna be a female.
She's got to go.
She's gonna-
She can't be at the same time.
I was
Is she
and
highly
some-
moderate after that?
And some women, hell no.
She can
Some
get-
women use it as a scapegoat because I've seen women come to our shit, like come to our boat from another boat for saying something like that. And they just, now the problem is for some women, whether it was true or not, I don't know. When you come to our ship though, everybody knows you for that. It gets out that you over here because of that. Whether people believe you or not, it's on you. But now, motherfuckers know, like, I ain't gonna say nothing to that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, come with me. If I gotta talk to her, come with me, bro. I need a witness.
I was on the Ashland here,
Yeah.
and I messaged you, got removed.
See what I'm saying?
You said who?
And both of them got removed from the ship.
For fucking with each other? Or fucking-
No,
Oh, fuck.
she claimed that he was sexually harassing her.
And that's a trump card.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, hold on, let me get this on camera, because I'm not saying that rape doesn't happen to women. But what I am saying is all of them weren't raped. That's saved. That's all I'm saying.
There's never.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
that came out like I was saying they never raped.
oh no, you're saying it's never all of them.
Yeah.
Speaking of your wife,
What?
didn't something
That's where this started.
this is didn't something happen with y'all and
Okay, so alright, so I got a story to tell. Another story. They're gonna be tired of me talking. But anyway.
Yeah, go ahead. No, you tell
No, go.
I was gonna tell you the funny shit about the Georgia's trip as far as the weather.
No.
I don't go into that now.
No,
No,
shit.
but I learned something from all that too. I was gonna tell you that. You know,
Facts.
I did learn something.
Okay, so long story short.
Don't let me forget this, cause
I got you. We're going to that next. Long story short. So we was getting a shed deal, right? Me and my wife was getting a shed deal, right? And I want y'all to let me know if my wife was calling me a bitch.
Okay.
At the end of the story, this is what I want y'all to.
Okay.
Did my wife call me a bitch?
maybe not so blatantly, but let's.
I know when to shoot. So anyway, we getting a shed deal, right? And it's this company we got to build a shed. It takes a few hours anyway. It's a 2-man team. They come out and build the shed. Now their rules were, yard, you got to set up the yard, the place for them to build. You can't have like dog shit in it. It's got to do whatever, right? I spent 2 days, because we have 2 dogs. I spent 2 days cleaning up dog shit, right? Because this is back before I used to pick it up and had this little grass in it. So I spent 2 days picking up. I even had my wife, her mom, and my daughter come out and like look, scan the area, make sure it wasn't shit that I missed. Because you know you get tired of looking for shit.
And it
you
started
miss
blending
shit.
in.
Right.
Just
And they missed it. There was a few, and I'm talking about 2 TDs, right? So anyway, I get it done. This is back when I worked nights. So I slept during the day, worked at night. But I knew they was coming around sometime, some window.
Okay.
2 white dudes show up, right? Hey, we here to do your shit. Cool. Boom. I was like, hey, I'm about to go to sleep. I work nights. I gotta work tonight. Just let me know, because it was like, it's gonna take about 7 to 8 hours. I was like, cool. Just let me know when y'all done. You know what I'm saying? If you need anything, just ring the doorbell and I should wake up. Cool. I go to sleep. I don't remember if my dog barks when people in the yard and shit. I think he woke me up or something. I come out there. There's no people. There's no materials. There's no shit. Right? I'm like, what the fuck? And my gate is still wide open, right? So I'm confused, because this was at our house. So I'm confused. I'm like, what the fuck going on? So I called, and the dude, I spoke to the manager dude. No. I called, I spoke to the manager dude, and he was like, hey, my worker said that you had dog shit all over the yard. It's like one of the worst yards I've seen. He could smell the dog shit from the street. And you was rude to him. You came out there with an attitude and all of it. Bro, and when I'm hearing this, I'm like, he got out of the wrong house. So I'm checking the address and all that. So I tell my wife this. And this is what the manager said that the dude said. So I'm like, I don't know what the fuck fuck are you talking about? I didn't feel like I didn't smell dog shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, cool. So I called my wife. I don't know if this means anything. My wife is from Newark, New Jersey.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right? So, she is not, when it comes to shit like this, she is not nice.
Okay.
That's the lack of better words. She doesn't do it tactfully. I knew this, calling her, but I knew I had to tell her because she's gonna come home and there's not gonna be a shit. So, anyway, so she was like, what? I was like, yeah, that's what they said. So she calls him herself. She was like, oh, I want to know. I was like, for what? I already spoke to her. She's like, no. I want to talk to the manager. I was like, all right, cool. So she calls the manager. She puts me on through. Right? And I'm listening. But she was like, don't say that.
I didn't realize you was on 3 of it. Go ahead.
Remember I told you
I
that.
forget.
I was like, yeah. So she was like, so the manager was like, oh yeah, I spoke to your husband, blah, blah, blah. My worker said that you have dog shit, he can smell it from the street. And then at that point, she was like, he's a fucking liar, right? So she blah, blah, blah. And he was like, oh yeah, and she said, right now, she just doesn't believe him. She thinks he's making up shit. She knows they don't. We had dog shit in the yard, but it don't smell. You can't smell dog shit from the street. So she goes, listen. He says, oh, and said your husband came outside and he was being rude and aggressive. She was like, oh, now I know y'all lying. Because he's not that type.
Okay.
Right? There's no way. She was like, you have a lying ass employee. My husband would never do that. The dog shit, that's debatable. But there's no fucking way. She's just going in, right? I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think nothing of it.
Right.
So, long story short, with the shed, we have to wait a few days, which pissed my wife off even more. She wanted credit back, and he like, nah, whatever. Some 2 Hispanic dudes came, looked at the yard, they was like, don't smell like dog. She was like, if it was like that 2 days ago, and you cleaned it up like this, you either got a professional come in and redo your whole yard, or he was lying. This is what the 2 Hispanic dudes did, and they did the shit. Cool. So I go to work, and I tell people what happened. I told them, they were like, yeah, shit, because we talked. They was like, yeah, shit, I told them. And I told them what I just told you. They was like, oh, your wife called you a bitch. I was like, what you mean? She was like, because the idea of you going outside and checking that man was so out of the realm of possibility that she was like, my husband wouldn't do that, blah, 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 blah. She called you a bitch.
I don't agree.
So you don't agree?
No.
That's weird. Most of the dudes agree.
I don't
And most of the women be like, nah, she wouldn't go.
So I'm looking at it as if she know your character.
That's what I was thinking originally.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody
So
else
not so much you a bitch, but that's not what you do. That's not your MO.
Right,
You
she
know
knows
what I'm
it.
saying? Yeah.
Right.
Or she knows it takes this to really get you.
You get there.
Yeah. Nah.
Well, that's what she said.
That's what I feel.
That's the exact example she said. She's like, I know that's just not you. You just don't do things like that.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah.
so when you calling me a bitch though? She was like, oh, that's what I forgot that part. I was like, because after I had this conversation at work, I came to her, I was like, hey, can I ask you a question? And she was like, what's up? I was like, you remember that incident with the share or whatever? I was like, and I told her what I just told you. And I was like, what you calling me a bitch? And this is what she said. What? She was like, nah, you're just not that type of person, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, but you didn't answer the question. What you calling me a bitch? What are you talking about? Like, why would I call you a bitch? I was like, you still answer the question. And that's what made me fuck. I was like, this nigga's calling me a bitch.
Yeah.
But she eventually said, no, I'm not calling you.
No, I didn't believe that she was either. I felt like you felt.
Yeah.
You just know
Your
you're
character.
Well, y'all better niggas. My mom was like, she called you a bitch.
Nah, they starting shit.
I can see what they said.
Right.
I think I
See,
was
because it was all about dude lying on you.
Yeah,
So she
it
was
was
all
like
about
that.
defending.
And
I know
to
my man.
her, she knew then that this is a lie.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah,
no.
yeah.
But that shit was funny.
Now you know my husband want to touch a fly. Hurt.
That's when she went in on that.
I
No, I
know
know you lie.
I didn't come back later.
She was like, I'll beat this nigga.
So what you calling me a bitch?
And I wasn't even thinking, I told you, I was thinking like y'all until I went to work and they was like,
They put it
"Now
in
she
the
tried
air."
the fuck out of you. I was like, what? They was like, my wife did. There ain't no way. I would have had to slap that.
So what the females say?
The females usually agree with her. When we talk to females, they usually agree.
Don't-
They're like, nah, she know her man, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Shit like that.
Yeah, nah,
Let me ask you this though, did you feel like you needed to go out there and show up?
You feel like fighting him now?
And I remember I told you I had my next incident, and I still
He
cheated.
said, oh.
Because remember I told you we went to the Western Union and the lady was giving me all this attitude? I went to send my mom, I told you that story to say, God damn,
I'm sorry. That was
Now you trying to take off on everybody,
right.
man.
This is a shorter one. I had to go send my mom some money, but my mom's account, I guess it was negative, I don't know, anyway, whatever. She was like, send it Western Union, which irks my soul because of how much it costs to send, but either way. So my wife, you know you can do it at Food Line. So I go to the Western Union at the little customer service desk, and my wife is doing her shopping. She was like, by the time, you know what I'm saying, it was a little wait. So I get her to the thing, and I'm trying to send this, and I tell this lady, she's just rude as fuck. Like the whole time, and I was never rude to her. I'm like, I'm just trying to send her money, blah, blah, blah. And she was like, have you ever sent to this lady before? I was like, yeah, a few times. So we're trying to look it up in the system. And she was like, I don't see you in here. Are you sure? Blah, blah, blah. And like just going off on me, right? So she was like, oh, well, if you ain't in there, I can't do it, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll just go to another Western Union. I ain't tripping. So I wait. My wife, my wife get to the register, and she was like, did you get to send it? And I was like, nah. Why not? I was like, the lady said, like, and I fucked up and told her she just had attitude for no reason. It was like, I think she was like, oh, we going back. I was like, nah, yes. To come back with you.
Are you whispering?
Yeah, because I don't want anybody in our business. She was like,
Oh my God.
she was like, we're not going to another Western Union. I just got out of shopping, like, that Western Union's right there. We're going back. I was like, well, I'm gonna take the grocery trip. Why didn't you say you coming with me?
So you got bitch.
But what's crazy is, we went back, and the lady's demeanor was complete. My wife didn't even get a chance to like turn it up.
Yeah.
It made me look like I was lying. Like she came back and she recognized me. I just left, like maybe 10, 15 minutes ago. So she comes back, looks at me, looks at my wife. She's like, hey, he was trying to send some money or something like that to Western Union. And she was like, okay, no problem. Do you have you ever sent this person before? And my wife was like, yeah, we sent to her 1,000,000 times. Her name. So I don't see what the problem is, right? My wife's trying, she's in that mode. And the lady's like, oh yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. And I'm like, I'm looking at the lady like, bro, I was just here.
So please tell me you said that.
Like, no, I'm just looking at her like.
Oh no, I would have had to say that. I would have had to get some straight about that.
And then the lady, and we sent the money. Like, no problem.
Yeah, I would have.
But no. See, my wife was like, she was like, yeah, when y'all told him he couldn't send the money or whatever.
She was trying to get something out of her. She was
and
like,
because my wife wanted to go there now. Yeah, she wanted that or whatever. So she was like, you said he couldn't send no money. I just don't understand what the problem is. Why would we go to another Western Union? She was like, oh no, I must have misunderstood what he said. Blah blah blah. I was like,
I said no.
I would
have to give it to her.
And what was this? Who is this lady?
Yeah. Where's the lady that was here 15 minutes ago?
Like, what is you got a twin?
yo, that shit is hilarious.
But for whatever reason, and we joke about that to this day, for whatever reason, I get attitudes.
He's like, I'm just gonna take the groceries to the car.
I'm gonna take the kids.
I didn't want to go back over there because I was like,
You
you
go
go.
over, you was like, nah, but I don't want to be embarrassed.
I didn't want to go back
So
over.
embarrassing.
And another thing is, I don't like going to incidents like that. Not even for me all the time, because if my wife meets another lady that's like her, and it's just gonna be boom, you know what I mean? And I'm like,
Hey,
here we
get
go.
the color out.
And I don't know the limit yet. I don't know how far she
Now,
will
will you jump somebody with your lady?
Would I jump them?
You know, hey,
Like fighting a girl, and I'm like, hey.
What if they beat?
Oh no, that's not.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, that's not. Nobody's hit.
So, Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey's hand. No, it's not happening. No, I can't because I can't go home like that. What we gonna do? What we gonna talk about in the car?
Oh, that
She didn't have to stomp your head like.
Or just off the top. Y'all seen the apology?
I did not. I seen the clips, and I didn't see it.
It was only a
You
clip.
talking about Will Smith shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen
No, I
that.
seen the thing where they said Will Smith issues apology.
He apologized. He said he apologized to the mom. He said he tried to reach out to Chris.
And Chris said he ain't ready to
Yeah.
talk, but when he ready, he'll let him know.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
What else he said?
He still ain't-
He answered some questions. I think he was answering questions.
For fans?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like because they asked him why he ain't
Apologize.
at the speech.
What speech? Oh, the acceptance
Yeah.
speech.
That was in it. That was
Oh,
in the
they even
movie.
asked
That's
him,
what he said. He was like,
did she give him the go to do it, you know, because she didn't smile or because whatever. And he was like, nah, none of that was it.
That would have been worse for him to say yes to that.
I mean, but I don't think.
And that would have threw her under.
But ain't she divorcing him or something like that?
And he a partner. I mean, nah.
I think, to be honest, at this point, I think she do all this shit for her table talk, for her for ratings. Because I heard that too, but I think
Nah, I feel like at this point, break up for what?
You already did everything.
It's cheaper to keep her.
facts.
she got her own money though.
I
Not
mean,
a
but
lot.
still, you know what I'm saying?
Not as much as Will, but she got her own money.
Not really. Well, the Matrix probably paid her very well.
You trying to be funny?
No, I'm being dead.
Oh!
The Matrix might have did.
I thought she went bald for the Matrix though. That's the funny thing. The Matrix Reloaded movie that just came out.
Oh, but you know what he did say? That I don't know if anybody caught. There was, like we thought, there was some underlying issues with him and Chris. They got
Also, it
history.
does go back.
It was history.
See, people mentioned that he's made jokes about her before, and allegedly that was.
I don't even think it had anything to do with that.
Oh,
It was
it
just
was
the
that.
whole, whatever they got.
Whatever
and then you
history
joking.
they got.
And then you joking. And so it's like, you know, if you know we don't like each other, you keep joking my wife.
I guess. It's just find it weird that
But
you
he
have a
didn't
problem
say it
with
was
Chris
right.
Rock, but you cool with Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's the most offensive motherfucker ever. But I guess it wasn't about Will Smith.
I mean, but that's how you know, like, personalities do clash for real.
Yeah, true.
I mean, we all human.
True.
I mean, celebrities are human too.
True.
I mean, but yeah, I thought that was crazy. Came out of that. I'm like, why now?
I guess Will Smith got tired of being
Why?
me at West.
Villain.
Are you talking about why he slapped
I'm in
me?
the villain.
That's what you talking about. Why now?
Why now?
Yeah, because you was like, why now?
No, why now did he apologize?
Yeah.
No. So he didn't.
He did apologize.
He apologized, but I don't think he just did it. He did it sooner than what you might be thinking.
Oh, what I think he's saying is, yeah, I called Chris and I tried to apologize and all of that, but
Yeah.
this is his video
Yeah.
saying, hey,
Now-
I'm gonna talk to the fan.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what
this.
I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, so what? Why you? When was he supposed to apologize?
No, he's saying fans was asking that. Then you said fans
No,
asked
I'm
why,
just
then
asking
you
why he
said
put
that
this
it's
video out now that he's with the apology.
Oh.
So it looked like
Apology.
I thought it was like a live or something that they was doing, and motherfuckers just asking random questions, and that's how that
Yeah, he
whole
did
thing.
his own little podcast type thing.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a
It's probably gonna be on his, he got
It
his
don't matter.
channel.
I'm just saying, why is he putting it out now? Something else is coming behind it.
He do everything for his YouTube channel too, so he probably put it on there.
Is that like might be a
Trying
podcast?
to get that
or
facial
some shit
like
like that.
that.
He do a lot of shit on
I
there.
mean, and rightfully so. You might as well turn in some money since they trying to
They turn everything, especially you lost all them endorsements, or not endorsements, them deals.
They just on hold. You think they really give a fuck that he smacked another black man?
They don't, but you know, public.
It'd be different if he smacked goddamn
A woman.
Jimmy Fallon or some damn
If he
shit.
slapped a woman in this,
Yeah.
Oh shit! Come
Yeah.
on.
we wouldn't
Nobody
know,
did know
you
that.
wouldn't be allowed to say.
If he would have slapped a woman, his whole shit would have been. I mean,
Right.
he wouldn't even probably say go on now.
Nobody would. He'd be done. It's crazy that you can do a lot.
Damn, if he would have smacked.
Because right now, if he smacked
Oh, you
Jay,
saying if he would have smacked
I'm,
Jay?
I'm cool. I ain't got no issues.
You said you smacked Jada?
Yeah, I ain't got no issues.
Listen,
I thought you meant just a random woman, like a comedian.
No.
Same
If
shit.
he would have,
But if you mean if he would have got
Like-
to smack Jada,
yeah.
I'm glad y'all said
That
that.
shit was down there.
that would have been so gangster, but it would have been so old for that man.
Speaking of, like, you know, y'all seen this, what's her name? Ari Lennox? Is that her name? Ari Lennox?
You talking about the singer?
Yeah, G-Hope, her boo.
Yeah, the girlfriend of some.
Oh, all right.
But
Okay.
you was
Yeah.
baby up.
Yeah, money.
Whatever the
Yeah.
motherfucker. Have y'all seen, okay, so you know, like fashion designers pay her to wear their shit.
Okay.
They do deals. Well, I guess she got her son into it. So have y'all seen any of this?
Nope.
Alright, anyway. Also short,
How old is her son?
he looked like maybe like toddler age, a little bit older, I don't know. But, so this lady, this local lady, who has a fashion line, did a deal with her. Like, hey, she didn't say the exact amount, she paid thousands of dollars, and she does children's clothing. She models her son. She was like, I paid thousands of dollars for her to wear my clothes, her son too, and take photos and shit. The lady said she had to wait 5 months to get her photos. She had to pay up front, wait 5 months to get her photos. And the photos just got released. The lady, she posted the photos and then she posted like on her Instagram, her company Instagram, like how it's fucked up, the photo is trash, blah, 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 like going in. So people are like canceling this lady because they thought she was talking about the kid, but she's saying, so my question to y'all is, now mind you, I know y'all don't know who this lady is, probably, I don't know. But when she does her line for other people or whatever, her photos were immaculate. Like they was professionally done. The photo of her son is her son on the balcony. He looked like he just came from playing outside in this lady's clothes. And he's just like, he has like crust on his face, like his hair is like messed up, and she just snapped a picture. After being asked several times, like the lady was getting on to them, like it's been 5 months, like where's my photos? You know what I'm saying? Like you have to stay with the marketing curve, whatever. And then eventually it looked like, she said it looks like she just went on the balcony, put these on. Here you go. So the lady's pissed. So now people are saying, like people who's on both sides, people are saying, you asked for photos, you got it. Shut the fuck up. And some people, business owners are like, nah. Like, I asked for the professional photos that you do for yourself. Don't like, bullshit in my clothes and wait 5 months to do it. How do y'all feel? Y'all agree with the lady? Or do
Yeah,
you
definitely, but she fucked up.
She got it in writing, right?
Something, oh yeah, like yeah, you got.
Because you paid for photos and she gave you photos.
You did that to yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
She definitely, I mean, business wise, she fucked herself.
Yeah, I think there's though, like, especially.
But you know that they're gonna work it out.
Oh, they have to now. Everybody knows.
And she still wants.
It's gonna look bad. Yeah.
She don't want it to bounce back on her.
But I just feel like, bro, I understand. Like, if you want to do good service with people, and apparently she has a bad history doing business.
Now who was this? Lennox or?
Ari Lennox.
Oh.
Ari Lennox.
Her name's Fletcher.
Whatever. Fletcher. Whatever.
Oh, shit. Ari Lennox is the singer.
Yeah.
That's what I was like.
Right. Facts. One of them Ari's. Ari Fletcher. I'm sorry. So but my thing is though, you supposed to do business in good faith, bro. I feel like she did that lady dirty. You waited 5 months. She was a small town lady, so it wasn't no big, company. So I feel like she felt like she could just do this.
Yeah, do whatever she wants.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I just take some pictures on the balcony so this bitch stop mobbing. That's what I feel. If that was a big company that was like, hey, we want to get your son, there's no way it wouldn't have been 5 months. But also, to B's point, they would have had their shit. They would have had their shit official. Like, don't play with us. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know how you regulate that, but yeah, they should get a contract.
You got to write a contract. But tell us about this wedding, man. You said you was going to say something about this wedding and what you learned.
Put it like that.
I
learned not to have a ceremony until later.
Facts.
Years into the wedding.
Or buy the whole building.
No, I'm saying I'd rather just go to the Justice of Peace.
Oh, I feel you. I feel you like
that
have
take
the
place
race.
to put together their wedding and just to see the drama or to hear the drama. Not even see it, just to hear the drama.
Trust me, I know. I've been filming weddings. I'll be like,
Hey, bro, can you invite me to something?
what? You
These
want to
weddings? Hell no, I just want to go.
How am I invite you to someone else's wedding?
You working there, right?
Alright, man, you gonna help me then? What you mean?
Alright, I'll bring some cameras in, but I just want the cake.
My brother Marcus, he trying to learn how to film. What you mean?
Oh, so it's like one or the other? Like,
yeah,
you can't bring
put
in
two
both?
people in the middle. Like, I'm not gonna put 3 people in the
I don't even want none of the party.
Why you wanna come? But still, we
Bro, I want to come for the big booty bitches and the cake.
He just say you married, man. He ain't coming.
What the hell I gotta do with big booty bitches? I love weddings, bro, and I don't have enough friends to get married. Apparently. I don't know. I need to change my crowd. I don't know, bro.
I'll show you, man. We'll see something, man.
So that was one thing that I learned, right? So during the ceremony now, right, the wedding going down, and no lie, yo, the whole time next door there was a dance fitness class, and they was playing twerk music, and you can hear it throughout the ceremony.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
Listen.
Imagine trying to say your vows.
So let me tell you.
Yeah.
So let me just. Yeah. I can't even recall the songs, right? But they was current. I don't want to say Megan or nothing, but they was them joints,
Eric
right?
Banks.
Because I mean, it made you even want to get it like, yeah, what they doing next?
We get on some.
Because I didn't understand what was going on. So when I walk in, you know what I'm saying, I hear the music, but and I just thought it was their DJ or the music playing inside the place. You know what I'm saying? I don't go to too many weddings, but I know nowadays, you can set the vibe how you want it. So I didn't even associate like the music being, none of that. So I finally go sit in my seat, and my lady's grandmother was doing the wedding, so she walks up to the front. She didn't have a microphone, and you know she's talking. The music is still playing. I know she mad. Well, I'm thinking like, yeah, why don't you turn it down? So someone hands her a mic, and then you know she get to talking or whatever, and I'm like, this music still ain't turned down.
Like they rude as fuck.
This is crazy. So then it dawned on me for a second, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's next door. So now I instantly got like pissed, like for them. You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck they gonna be so goddamn rude and inconsiderate?
Ain't nobody tell them.
So I immediately wanted to like get up and you know like go next door, like, yo man, turn it down. But you know, it's not really my place to do that.
Right.
So I'm sitting there like, damn, man, that's fucked up. So the wedding going on though, they coming down the aisle. You know what I'm saying?
When they coming down the aisle, are they playing the coming down the aisle music?
Or twerk music.
No, next door's playing that twerk music.
No, but the wedding is still going on. So are they? You know,
Oh, they're playing their own music.
I'm gonna be honest with you, without even trying to make it more. All I heard was that music. So I don't know if it was so loud, even if they were playing their own. Because I want to say they were.
That's crazy.
I mean, I want to say they were because you have to
The
play your music.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to play your music, so that I want to say they were. I just couldn't hear it. We couldn't hear it, or I can't remember hearing it because of the music. So
It was that loud that even if you was playing your own music,
it was like a club next door. I still don't know what's going on next door when I'm hearing this music, so I'm just like, the fuck up. Oh, so now
My wife.
I lean into my lady like, yo, what's going on? And she was like, there's a fitness class, a dance class or something next door, and I was like, are you serious? And I'm like, damn, that's fucked up. So the way I'm sitting, you know, I can see like the rest of the crowd, so you know, they're getting into the I believe the vow part. Well, it's in the beginning, so they're about to do the vows or something. And I seen one of her friends get up and walk out. So I was like, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying?
Here's my opportunity to go smack them.
Yes. No. I won't
see, that's what she should have did.
Now, if my wife go, I'm going with her. I'll go with her sometimes.
I won't go do that. I won't go do that. But I went over there, you know, and I heard you talking or whatever. I mean, of course, but I wasn't really trying to do that anyway because it's not my place.
Right. You don't want to mess up the wedding.
It's my lady's people's. They getting married.
And they coming in and telling
how
you,
y'all gonna fuck up these people's wedding?
They walking in.
And I'm just thinking like, if this was my shit, like, oh shit.
They getting arrested outside.
So my lady did say, don't get in trouble.
Right.
I ain't getting no goddamn trouble in Georgia.
Right.
So yeah, I went next door, and you know, her friend was doing most of the talking. It's just that they won't try to budge tonight, right? So anyway, so long story short, they never turned down the music, no matter what we tried. They just wasn't trying to turn it down.
Damn, it's so rude, bro.
So by the time I get back over to the wedding, you know what I'm saying, they're just putting on the rings, you know what I mean? So they did the whole. So it never ruined. So now, but by that time I'm over there, you know, by the time you know you put the rings in, now you in the groove. Like I said, I'm walking back into it. So when I said what else I learned was the fact that you ain't gonna stop. I guess you know true love. Like they ain't let it stop. They did it. So I thought that was dope shit. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, because that was probably like, I mean,
tell me what could have fixed the problem. What you told me earlier.
Oh, when they come to find out, yeah. So the good thing I didn't want to go smack nobody and do all this crazy shit because she could have, I guess, moved the time up if she wanted to, because the place was renting for like, you know, a certain amount of time. She just didn't, want her people to have to wait a whole hour. She just, whatever reason, I don't know the whole reason, but so it just let me know that they was like, ain't nothing gonna stop this.
Right.
Like, whether the music, all right, cool. You know what I mean?
Also, that's why you didn't see them tripping.
That's my point. So
we chose.
I learned. So from that, like, so because I put myself like, I know what I probably would have did. We probably would have got married that day.
You would have shut it down.
Because I would have went over there snapping. Because when I didn't go into detail about what they won't budget about like trying to make any. The lady at the desk was like, all right, I'll text him. He ain't gonna have no goddamn text with all that music.
Right.
So she won't even go leave the front desk to go in there and say, hey, or none of that. A pastor from over there had followed us over too. Eventually, he said he knew the guy, so he went in there. He said he couldn't even see him or whatever. I never went in the room, so I don't know what it looked like. I just know it was dark. So it just never happened. But I'm just saying they ain't let nothing stop that.
Yeah, that's
shit, and that shit still popped off. And them motherfucking rings was the truth. So you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. And then it turned out
That's worth it at the end though.
And then so you know, then we went on into the ceremony and whatnot. And once we did the ceremony, that was in another room. So at that point,
Did they do a honeymoon right after, or they waited?
yeah, they left. I think the following day.
Okay, good.
I think they just got back too. It was a surprise. I don't even think.
I'm all for
I don't know where
marriage
they
and
went.
wedding, man. I love that shit.
Yeah.
So,
Don't you
Well,
have it, man?
what do you mean you for?
oh, I will.
What do you mean you all for? Like you for people getting married or for the
Both.
weddings?
Both.
Man, them shits is hectic and seem like something.
The plan.
Not necessarily like, yo.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wouldn't be a part of none of that.
There was just too much going on, like unnecessary.
Yeah,
That ain't for
That's
us.
not like.
I don't think that's for us to be doing all that planning.
Shit,
In my
some of
opinion.
it ain't even
But
the
then-
bride though.
You don't
It's
get the bill.
family.
Yeah, facts. You
It
gonna
be the family.
That-
It be
exactly.
like the.
That's why you gotta be
The
careful who you gotta know in your family who to give what to. Responsibility.
Well, that I can say. This one was definitely. She knew what she was doing.
Yeah.
Like she definitely knew what she was doing as far as you know what I mean.
That's a lot,
How she
bro.
wanted to go or whatever. But I just thought it was dope that my man. And then you know, like I said, her groom. I thought he would have been like ready to go over there too. To like
He already knew the situation.
But he was more like, yeah, let's get this. Yeah, he won't let.
I'm about to get to this honeymoon and get unlimited.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so
so
get these rings, though.
yeah, you know.
And they probably was done. They probably was tired because remember they've been doing all this planning.
Yeah.
They probably was like at this point,
I don't give
this
a damn
done.
what it is.
Bro, I don't care.
Well, I just.
Because if I go over there, I might choke somebody. You know, like, so,
Nah, but they didn't even have that vibe on them after though.
Oh.
Like even when, cause some of a lot of members and people was upset, you know, like.
so they had a good
Because
time.
we didn't know what they do, of course.
Right.
It just,
That's
they had a great time.
That's good.
It
Make
was
it
all
good.
genuine.
That's
That
what's up.
was great. I was like, yeah, so don't ever fuck up the moment.
Yeah,
Don't let
nah.
nothing fuck up your moment. Let me
Yeah.
say that. So that's why I was like,
Somebody need to get. Hey, people like to get married and invite me.
because you know, that was a, because I'm thinking, well, I waited all this time. I just put myself in them shoes like shit. I waited all this time to get married. You gonna come fuck it up? Ain't I spent this money?
Right.
Shit. So, new attitude.
This our editor would won't invite me.
I don't
So
invite you.
yeah.
Well, I'd rather bring one.
Somebody I go to these weddings all the time.
All you gonna do is try to lick on the first lady leg.
Wedding crash. He a wedding
Say,
crash.
lick on some lady leg.
That's it.
Like I got a problem.
Like, yo,
I'm not licking on them lady. I'm gonna look at their leg.
you got a fetish.
See, that's how I know you don't know DC. Because I wouldn't be licking legs if it was a fetish. But anyway.
Yeah.
Why?
Okay. D brought me back. we
Yeah, we gonna go all into it.
gonna leave
I'll
it.
be looking